and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. If you want to understand how quickly a political empire can crumble, look no further than West Bengal. Today, the Trinamool Congress is not just facing a rift, it is undergoing an active, messy, high stakes implosion. Today, Chandrima Bhattacharya, one of Mamata Banerjee's most trusted long-term loyalists, did the unthinkable. She quit. And she didn't just step aside, she resigned from all party posts, including her role as the TMC West Bengal state president, a position that she was handed barely a month ago to rebuild a shattered party after its historic defeat in the 2026 assembly elections. And she didn't leave quietly. She left with a public declaration of heartbreak. Her exact words, "Humko dukh laga." I was hurt. Well, think about the timing here. Just yesterday, a rebel faction of the TMC, led by Ritabrata Banerjee, marched right into the Trinamool Bhavan, the party's multi-story operational headquarters in Kolkata. They didn't just walk in, they took over, put up their own banners, and literally changed the locks on the gate, declaring themselves as the real TMC. And where was Chandrima Bhattacharya when this happened? Well, she was inside her office. She walked out, and hours later, Mamata Banerjee called her on the phone, accusing her of deliberately handing over the keys of the kingdom to the rebels. Well, that phone call was maybe the final straw. To fully comprehend how massive this blow is for Mamata Banerjee, we need a quick reality check on what the Trinamool Congress looks like right now. This is no longer a political party experiencing standard infighting. This is a Maharashtra-style Shiv Sena or NCP split playing out live on the streets of Kolkata. Let's look at the numbers. They tell a story of absolute structural collapse. The total number of assembly seats that they won in 2026 were 80 out of 294. And the rebel faction MLAs now stand at 60, which is led by Ritabrata Banerjee and Arup Roy. Well, Mamata loyalist MLAs only remain 20, and the Lok Sabha defections also have come into the picture, where 20 out of 28 MPs have merged either with the NCPI or are supporting the NDA. So let's look at the data. Out of the 80 MLAs the TMC managed to win in April, 60 have broken away. They have also chosen Arup Roy as their chairperson, directly challenging the post held by founder Mamata Banerjee. To bypass the anti-defection law in Bengal, they needed 52 MLAs. They now have 60. They are legally the principal opposition party in the assembly now. And it gets worse for the High Command. Out of 28 Lok Sabha MPs, 20 have broken away under Kakoli Ghosh Dastedar, merging with a separate bloc to extend support to the NDA. Chandrima Banerjee, Chandrima Bhattacharya wasn't just any leader, she was the authorized signatory for the TMC's bank accounts as well. She was Mamata's official point person before the Election Commission. By resigning, she hasn't just vacated a seat, she has effectively frozen or handed over the operational keys of the party's legal identity. Well, the rebels are claiming the name, they are claiming the bank accounts, and they are also claiming the twin flowers symbol. So now let's address the elephant in the room. Was Chandrima's exit truly a sudden outburst of hurt pride over a phone call? Or was it a meticulously scripted exit strategy? Well, Mamata Banerjee's loyalists like Kunal Ghosh are calling it pre-planned arrogance, and they point to a very fascinating family detail. Chandrima Bhattacharya's son, Saurav Basu. Now, Saurav Basu is a former Kolkata Municipal Corporation councillor. Weeks before his mother resigned, Saurav had already crossed over. He had joined the rebel camp, sat in their legislative party huddles, and was spotted plotting strategy at the state assembly. Well, in Indian politics, a son joining the rebel faction while the mother remains the state chief of the loyalist faction is an impossible paradox. It is a classic proxy play. Even the Mamata camp knew it. They suspected her loyalty from day one. When Trinamool Bhavan was locked down by the rebels yesterday, the High Command assumed that the state president was complicit. Shortly after her resignation today, where was Chandrima spotted? She was at the West Bengal Assembly, attending a meeting with the very same rebel leaders welcomed warmly by Deputy Leader of Opposition Sandipan Saha. Well, the writing is on the wall, the proxy war is over, and the direct alignment has begun. So, how does a street fighter like Mamta Banerjee respond when her headquarters are locked, her state chief has quit, and her MLAs have deserted her? Well, she goes live on Facebook. Late this evening, Mamta Banerjee broke her silence in a raw and deeply defensive broadcast. She didn't mince her words. She took the battle directly to the cameras. Let's look at what she said. She is in fact stated, and I'm saying this is a translation, someone resigned just today. In fact, she had been talking about resigning for a very long time because her son had already gone and joined hands with the rebels much earlier. I don't care who went where. I will not bow down. Well, she didn't just stop there. She actually turned her guns directly onto the 60 rebel MLAs who have abandoned her ship. And I'm again quoting her in a translation form. Many are acting like rebels today. Why wasn't there any rebellion before the election? You served as MLAs and MPs for 15 years under me. You won elections carrying papers signed by me under the Trinamool twin flower symbol. To these BJP-sponsored traitors and turncoats, I say, if you have the guts, join the BJP openly. You are conspiring to break the party. Am I dead? Are all the party workers dead? This is what she asked. And then came the big structural counter move. Mamta Banerjee announced that she is no longer relying on delegates or deputies. From today, she is personally assuming the role of the West Bengal state TMC president. She has also brought back aggressive, old-school enforcers, Madan Mitra and Kunal Ghosh, appointing them as general secretaries to guard whatever remains of her inner circle. It's a classic Mamta maneuver. Consolidate all power into her own hands, brand everyone else a traitor, and appeal directly to the emotional sentiment of the grassroots cadre. But will the old textbook strategy work this time? Well, that is the defining question. When you lose 75% of your MLAs, when your veteran ministers like Firhad Hakim, Javed Khan and Ghulam Rabbani walk out, and when your state chief resigns in a fit of public humiliation, a party doesn't just lose its leadership, it loses its gravity. The rebel camp actually claims that they are the original TMC because they want the infrastructure, the cadre and the legal recognition. Mamta Banerjee claims she is the TMC because her identity is the party. But history shows us that in modern Indian political coups, numbers usually trump nostalgia. The Election Commission is now involved, the banks are involved, the keys to the Trinamool Bhavan have literally changed hands. Mamta Banerjee says that she will not bow down, but with Chandrima Bhattacharya's exit, the ground beneath her feet hasn't just shifted, it has split wide open. We will keep a very close eye on Bengal. Thank you for watching.